Hello everyone, and welcome to the Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Care Network. I'm Dean, the host of this channel, and I'll be taking you on a journey through narcissism, understanding the narcissist, and understanding the narcissist-related disorders. Today I'm going to be presenting to you episode 79, and the title of episode 79 is The Modern Brain Science of Narcissism. Now, this particular episode was actually inspired by an individual on another channel on YouTube. The individual is actually Kevin from the channel The Royal We, and Kevin posted a video that I saw the other day, and it prompted me to actually write this video, not in response to what he was saying, because I do agree with a lot of the stuff that Kevin says on his channel, although he has some other teachings within his narcissistic abuse channel that are somewhat different than mine. They're a little bit more spiritually or God-inspired than the route that I particularly choose to go on here, but that's fine. Everybody approaches narcissism differently. Everybody has a different view towards it. But as a whole here, I just watched this video that Kevin had posted on the Royal We, and it prompted me to actually think about writing something in response to this. I also wrote him a message on the Royal We page as well too, a little piece of commentary about the video that he posted. So we'll get right into what we're going to talk about here in this particular episode 79. So as it goes, narcissists, you know, there's varying views on narcissists depending on who it is you're talking to, and depending on whomever that is has to say about how narcissism comes to be. You know, some people will say that if you're a very God-fearing person, that narcissists themselves equate to evil. I personally, for myself, with the studies that I've been currently doing for the past 2 years, and the studies I did in psychology when I was younger, I don't personally believe that that's necessarily the case. I believe that you can be evil and go to church every weekend, and that means nothing. I personally believe that you can be a pagan follower or a follower of witchcraft and be the sweetest, nicest person who would never hurt a fly. Because I know people on both ends of this who are examples of both good and bad in all these genres. And I don't think that one necessarily has to do with the other, but this is only my personal opinion. I base a lot of my scientific understanding of narcissism on actual science that's going on currently, and I base it a little bit on spirituality. I base it more on what the person is actually just putting forth towards me or towards people around them, or just towards other people, basically their behavior. So that's my kind of hypothesis on the idea behind how narcissists basically are. So it's easy to think that narcissists are evil, and in many ways they actually can be. We can blame a lack of God's teachings in them for this reasoning. We can say that they have been abused or neglected, and this is the reason that the narcissist is the way that they are. Or we can say that they are perhaps just bad people who present no real reason to be the narcissist that they are. But truth be told, modern science is beginning to understand more clearly what's actually going on in the physical brains of narcissistic individuals. And the science of understanding the brains of NPD sufferers and how their minds work is becoming less of a mystery than it has been over the past 50 years. Current studies and MRI brain imaging of NPD patients show brain malformation in the developmental stages in adolescence, or possibly even in the earlier years of brain development in young children. These malformations can be seen on MRI imaging of narcissistic disorder patients' brain scans. As well, much research is currently going on concerning how narcissistic disorder patients' brains actually function. Slowly, scientists and doctors are beginning to see the synaptic brain function of NPD patients also demonstrates abnormal electrical function in neural pathways that demonstrates the brains of NPD patients are not functionally normal. This is actual science. If you look up what's really going on in the research of narcissistic disorder, these are things that they're finding out with real scientific solid evidence as of late. Parts of the brain that affect reasoning, emotional states, as well as other functions are being affected on the deepest levels. Combine this with physical malformations in the brain, and scientists are getting a better understanding of how narcissist brains might actually be programmed, and what they may actually be going on in the minds of most narcissists. But this condition still holds many mysteries to be understood and discovered. The more research continues, hopefully the more that can be understood about this narcissistic condition. This, however, gives little credence to how narcissistic abuse victims may look upon their narcissistic abusers. And of course, the narcissists themselves also often feel that they themselves are actually the abused victim due to their misunderstanding of the way that their conditions are and what they suffer from in their narcissistic conditions. Due to brain trauma, most narcissists cannot understand their actions, let alone change them in any effective ways, and they often do not even recognize that they even are a narcissist, and refuse to acknowledge the actions that they demonstrate that demonstrates that they are actually narcissists, making NPD disorder one of the most difficult psychological disorders to treat or even to diagnose. So we can look at narcissists as truly evil entities because of religious or sociological views of their actions or their condition. But science is also lifting the veil of what's really going on with NPD, and hopefully this will produce some results to not only help narcissistic personality disorder patients and sufferers, but also those victims of narcissists to actually understand what's truly going on in the psychological disorder that makes up narcissistic personality disorder. So this has been episode 79, The Modern Brain Science of Narcissism. I figured I'd just talk a little bit in this episode about what's currently going on in science with this, make you guys aware of that science is making a lot of big steps right now in understanding what really goes on in the brains of narcissists. Again, this doesn't excuse any narcissist from what they are or how they behave or what they do to people in any way. A narcissist is a narcissist. Even if they are suffering from a medical brain condition or a psychological condition, they still do very, very awful things to people. And this is by no means an excuse for them, just some dialogue on the actual science that goes on within narcissistic disorder. So I'm going to say to you guys, I hope you guys have a really great day. I've got a lot of new episodes coming up. I'm going to catch you very soon. I hope you guys stay tuned the rest of the week. I'm going to be posting some stuff some stuff today, and I'm going to be posting some more stuff coming up in the coming week. Got lots of new stuff coming, and I'll catch you guys really soon.